This is Triple R Financial, and this is my TGIF motivational for today. Today is June 24th, 2022. This is the last day, the last Friday of June. June is the 6 month mark, the halfway period of a year. Over a year have passed. TGIF. I know a lot of people are going to go out and have fun, which includes money. I remember in my youth, there was no such thing as streaming services. There was no Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime. Back in my youth, you had to buy music. Yeah, back in my youth, you had to actually buy a record. Back in my day, you couldn't call a radio station. Oh, play this song right now for me. You have so many, well, young people, young adults, they're so lucky. Back in my day, there was no cable TV with 100, 200, 300, 400 channels. Back in my youth, you know how people used to advertise movies in my youth? You better watch this movie, because once it's gone, you're not going to see it again for years. And now, guess what? Spider-Man: The Way Home was in the theaters for 3 months, and then a month later, it's on Disney Plus. The Batman 2022. It was in theaters for approximately 4 months, and approximately 6 weeks later, you could stream it with a subscription service. And in less than 6 months, it's going to be on network television. Young people are so lucky. Matter of fact, I love it when these young people complain, oh man, there's all these reruns. But guess what? In my youth, there was no reruns. In my youth, you had to watch, when they advertise a TV show like Friends is playing, you're not going to see the episode again for years. TGIF, Tango, this is Friday. But just remember, from a financial point of view, there is an entertainment industry that wants your money. Just imagine you go to the movies tonight. You pay $10 for that movie ticket. And the owner or owners of that movie theater, imagine, they make 10 cents. The power of compound interest. Power of your paycheck. You spend $10 on a ticket. You go in a theater. There are 10 rooms. You pay to watch a movie in one of those rooms. There are 10 movies shown at the same time. Now imagine from a business point of view. You have 10 movies playing at the same time. Each room has 100 seats. Yeah, 100 times 10. Quick math, 100 times 10. It's 1,000. Now, if you didn't know, to multiply any number by 10, you move the decimal place to the right or you add a zero. So 100 and you add a zero. It's 1,000. Imagine, just in this example, the business owner makes 10 cents off of every ticket. After paying for your employees and fees and buying buying the actual movies and whatnot, and paying employees' lights, that businessman is making 10 cents off of each 1,000 people. So guess what? 10 cents of 1,000 is how much? 10%, or in this case, 10 cents. In fact, that's some homework. Do the math. Find out how much that movie theater is, that owner is making in 2 hours. Do the math. Make a comment. TGIF. There's a whole entertainment industry that wants your money. You go to a club and you buy a $5 shot. Oh, that ain't no money. But guess what? That club owner, think about it. You own a club. You buy a bottle of rum for $100. An expense. Profit is good, ready, money, expenses. Okay, so you own a club. You buy $100 bottle of rum. That's 100. You can sell. Matter of fact, I remember going to a club and I had a friend of mine. She's a bartender and she's like a cuss all the time. She used to pour drinks and man, you're wasting the product. You have a heavy hand. You have a heavy hand. Imagine you have a bottle of rum. The bottle of rum costs you $100. And you sell shots at $5 each. And for each bottle, you can make 50 shots. 50 times 5 is how much money? Do the math. That's what you went to school for. That's $250. Minus your that's revenue, $250 revenue minus $50, $200. I'll never forget, went to the club, stayed for hours. Not leaving, I see a guy taking up trash. So much trash, he needed a big cart. Hundreds of rum bottles, beer kegs. And I wasn't thinking, wow. Power of your paycheck, power of money, power of work. Your work has value. I'm not telling you to go out. I'm not telling you to have fun and spend money. But guess what I'm telling you? Be cognizant. I love it when your employer sees you in the movies and they, hey. And you go to the club and your employer is there. Hey, looking good. Wow, you buy a new outfit just to go to the club, go to the movie, to go out. So and so artists in town, big name artists in town. Wow, that outfit must have cost a lot of money. Yep. Now how does that hurt you? When you ask the same employee that see you out and about, hey boss, I need a raise, and guess what? Guess what your employer gonna say? You don't deserve a raise. I've had hundreds of jobs in my lifetime. I remember a time I asked for a raise and my employer was like, man, every 2 weeks you go to the movies. And the ticket on the moon. This is gonna be a short video. Long story short, the guy was like, oh, the ticket is X amount of money. You go to every 2 weeks. That's X amount a year. As an employee, you had no financial sense back then. And you ask it for X amount in raise a year. That's almost the amount. Now, his math was way off. Long story short, the amount of money for just a ticket alone for the year, going every 2 weeks a year, was nowhere near how much was asked for a raise per year. It was nowhere near that. But when you don't have any financial knowledge and you believe everything poor financial people tell you, TGIF. Go out and you have your fun. Just remember, you're financially poor for a reason. I'm being an optimist. You're financially poor for a reason. Now, my motto is know your financial value as an employee. Now, I know most people that are financially poor, most of them are poor because of an expense problem. I'm here for the minority that are poor, not because of an expense problem. It's because of a revenue problem. Do you make enough money to cover your basic necessities? And guess what's your basic necessities? Food, shelter, and clothing. Matter of fact, I know a lot of smart, poor people. Before I go out and have fun on the weekends, I make sure I pay my rent. And matter of fact, I love it when I love it. I've had hundreds of jobs. Matter of fact, I've gotten paid every day of the week. I've had jobs where payday was every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, every other Monday. I've gotten paid every day of the week. And I love it when payday's a Friday. And you see these fancy poor people. They run out to the supermarket. I'm gonna be smart. Before I go out and spend money, I'm gonna take care of my rent. I'm gonna take care of my food. I'm gonna take care of my clothing. That's fine. I'm telling you to just financially think for a minute. Do I really need to go to the movies? For example, think about it. Spider-Man: No Way Home was in the was in theaters for approximately 6 months, and then 2 months later it was on Disney Plus. The Batman was in theaters for approximately 6 months, and 6 weeks later, it's Screaming on HBO Max. And you know the best part is? Every month you're paying for a subscription to HBO Max. Every month you're paying for a subscription for Disney Plus. Do I really need to see that movie? Matter of fact, those are the exceptions. And guess what? I mean this in a good way. When a movie bombs, yeah, these companies are so smart. Oh God, this movie just bombed. We were planning to have it shown in the theater for 6 months. Wait, then cut it in half. Instead of 6 months, only 3 months. And guess what they'll advertise? Oh yeah, guess what? This movie that did bad, it's gonna be on streaming services now. There's a whole entertainment industry that wants your money. Just think about it. Every time you go out and have fun and spend money, there's a whole entertainment industry that wants your money. As an employee, you need the power of work, power of your paycheck. Pop, pop, pop. This is Triple R Financial. Please like and subscribe so I can share more content with you. Power of your paycheck, pop, pop, pop. Power of your paycheck, pop, pop, pop. Power of your paycheck, pop, pop, pop. Power of your paycheck, pop, pop, pop.